Hello everyone, it is me, MrSneakyy, and today I'm going over some tips and tricks to help you guys improve in the game and some secretive little tips, obviously, to improve. So stay tuned for all that info and more with me. Hello, so yes, we are going over some tips and tricks in this video, some nice ones for all the new players that are coming into the game, looking for ways to obviously improve and get those cool freebies that are available in the game. So if you're looking for more Call of Dragons guides and content, I am an official Call of Dragons content creator, so smash that like, comment and subscribe to the channel, guys, to support. But with all that out of the way, let's go into the guide. So we're going to go over the first tip straight away, and it is a way to do with resource gathering. So you guys who are starting out looking about like how can I resource really well, one thing you should be doing is actually killing these little green chests as your first priority once you've got some keys going, just because you are able to unlock the green finger sickle and Lucia's horn from this, which allows you as a free-to-play player to actually farm really well. So the way it works is I have already my artifact equipped onto this guy, as you can see, and he summoned for me a level 7 tile, and that's right next to my city, so I can just start farming this away, and it's always going to be a level 7 tile for me, because when you look at the artifact itself and we go to its skills, we will see that when you max it out, eventually it's 7 out of 7, right? So any extras you get for this now becomes legendary emblems that you can now use to upgrade your other artifacts star levels, like your shadow blades or your phoenix eye, for example, that you want. So it's a really good way to farm. And the really other good one is, like I said, the green finger sickle. So if we look at it right now, I've got my march inside the alliance pit, and this is when you should always be using it. You can press the button straight away, and as you see, if you've got it maxed out, it will farm instantly 130,000 of the resource. When you go into the artifact again and we look over its skills, it will tell you all the goodies. So it's 400k or 300,000 for ore. But that is a nice way to obviously farm. So if you're looking out how to use this artifact, always use it in your alliance pits, especially all your members. You're able to farm really effectively and really fast, which is what you're going to need to obviously get this resource back up if you're going to start upgrading your buildings. Because you can see right now, for me to upgrade, it is quite costly to get up. So we are trying to get the gold up first, and then we're going to work away on the others as we go through. So that is my first tip, which is all about resource gathering, guys. The next tip is another fun one. Again, it's a little bit free-to-play friendly, which is really good. And it's all about how to get some free rewards. So everyone knows your heroes do appear in this city. So the way you get your heroes to appear is they have to be unlocked. So if you don't have a hero unlocked in your hero pile here, they will not come in your city. So when you do first unlock them, remember, they will appear, and when you first talk to them, they will always grant you a gold key for the first conversation that you do. And then the next part of this tip is obviously getting that trust level up all the way to at least level 5. Because when you get it to level 5, you will complete all the dialogue bits here, and allowing you to get 10 free legendary sculptures for that hero, which is a really good addition for the game. So you can also, with these heroes, or should I say for these rewards, what you can also do is remember to go to your scout. When you go to your scout, your map progress is all about how much you've actually taken on the map. So I'm only 40% on the rewards so far. So if you do need resources, remember, supplies always give you a good amount of resources unless they're in water. And if you get the water supplies, as you'll see, it will always be some sort of speed up. But if we go to the land-based one here, it will go to the resource. And a really easy way, as you can see, is just clicking the icon and then hitting go, and you don't need to do anything else. You don't need to go to your mail, you don't need to waste extra time. It's just simply 2 clicks, and then you can just push through little by little. And if you're a free-to-play player, make this obviously some sort of priority in a day. Try and spend some time doing this, because the cool thing is with this feature as well, when you go into here and you start going into the camps allow you to get all sorts of stuff. So you need the mana, which is really good. The maps you could take, but if you do take the maps, my biggest tip with them is to obviously save them, because when you save them and you complete defogging the entire map, when you do use them, they will become 5-minute speed ups, which is really cool for you if you need speed ups. So just remember, when you've started defogging everything and you finish this last zone, you can use those use those maps to become speed ups, right? So when you're going through those camps and stuff, remember you can get like hero sculptures for Waldir, Bakar or Guanwin, which is really nice. You can also get different types of troops. So it's a really effective way to gain free power, free resources and free speed ups for you guys that are free to play, or even low spenders and whales that have got spare time to kill. That is a really good way to kill some time. So let's move on to the next tip. Okay, so now we're going to go over a really effective manner and a really cool part of the game, which is to do with merits. So if you don't know, if we go to my profile real quickly, you do gain merits when you start PvP. And the thing is, with merits, when you go to your Augustone, the Mask of Deceit right here is when the opening of merits comes. So anytime you try and do PvP prior to this, you don't get any points for it. So it's kind of pointless to do. But when you do get to Mask of Deceit, it unlocks the merit store and you'll be able to be granted merit for fighting other lords, as it states there. Which means when you do get to this stage, you can access this store, like I say. And when you're a free-to-play player, this is actually a really effective store to gain a load of resources like keys, speed-ups, and obviously the mana and resources that you can need to build up your account. So a really effective way of doing this is actually you can merit farm really effectively. And the way to do this is finding someone who maybe is in another alliance. Maybe they're still allies to you, they're just not in your union. And what you do is you both meet up and you send a Elena primary march with a Garwood secondary. And what that does with a full infantry, you can run, no matter really what the talent tree is. I'm running this on the Garwood, and on my Elena or Eleanor, I am running this tree right here. You can even go for this to increase more healing, which is really good for the fight as well. And the way it works is both of those marchers will slam into each other and they'll just instantly fight almost all day, and they'll keep healing and generate you a ton of free merits from it. So I'm going to showcase some of that right now. Hello, so yes, we're going over this little part now of the combat. So as you can see, I'm running a Garwood primary right here. The only difference is just because my Garwood has more levels, so he's got better talents than the Elena. So if you do have your Elena leveled up higher, I would recommend the Elena primary. As you're going to see here with Aiden Bear, he has his primary Elena and then Garwood secondary, and he does honestly over time destroy me and he beats me down slowly but surely. He does win. But this is a really cool way, should I say, for merits. You know, if you want merits and you need to go to the Alliance store to buy some extra resource healing, or, you know, some speed ups, gold keys, it could be anything that's in that store, and you're not, you know, in combat and you're in a safe kingdom, you can always generate merits like this really easily and benefit from it. So if you did enjoy this little tip for merits, obviously we're going to move on to another really cool combat tip next. But smash the like, comment and subscribe to the channel. And just remember, this is a really good free-to-play friendly way of gaining merit. So let's move on to the next tip, because obviously this will last forever with them slapping each other, because they will out-heal the damage in a long run because there's double heals. So let's go and move on to the next tip, guys. Hello, so if you made it all the way to the end of the video, here is the final tip, and it's a very secretive tip that's on the server. Well, I say secretive, it's actually known by everyone. Also, it's known by another fair amount of servers in the game, so it is quite regardedly known now. So let's open the canvas, you know, open the invisible cloak and explain to you this really cool mechanic in the game right now, which isn't a bug, it's not an exploit, it is intentionally used the way it is, and it has been confirmed by the Call of Dragons dev team so far. So it is a way to do with the rallying of forts. It's a really cool mechanic in the game. So as you guys know, you can, when you're in a rally, if you're the rally leader, you can send away troops from the rally, right? You can, at your choice, you can push them away. And what this does is you can actually rally certain forts. So if you're rallying level 3s, you can rally level 4s and 5s, which we are doing currently. What you're able to do, which you're going to see in a moment, is you can have a march or a rally set up and send just whatever troop you want. It doesn't really matter what goes in. And as the rally leader, what you can do is when that march does set off, as you can see, they kick the march out. So it's just themselves left inside. And what this actually does is, if we go down to someone who's battling right now, you can see he's going to be able to fight this fort now on his own and try and kill it, which is a really cool thing, that if you're trying to solo, it's going to grant you a load of XP, which it does do. So if we go to the reports right now, and you can see you do gain the 100% damage dealing, which gives you the tier 10 spoils of war. For level 3 rewards, it says, or level 3 manual, shall I say, for level 4 forts, because these are all level 4s, as you're going to see right now, all the way down. All the way level 4s, even a gold key on the very first one, you know, so you can get a bit of everything. But the beautiful thing is you're getting over, you know, 40k worth of XP every time. You're nearly getting between 300 to 400,000 resources, depending on what one you get. You know, you could be getting mana, you could be getting gold, you could be getting wood or stone. You're also getting the dust, you're getting speed ups, and you're getting 5 treaties almost every single time you get it, which is really nice. And sometimes you see you can get some extra speed ups too. It's a really effective way, as you can see, to level up your heroes, which is really good, and also to level up any of your artifacts. If you're trying to push level artifacts like this and you're getting these big numbers where you have to hit 150k every time, you're going to be able to level up really easily. Same with these heroes now, you're going to be able to level up these heroes really effectively when you do get there. If you're wondering how strong you need to be, obviously it's down to your own individual tech and obviously your policy tree, how much damage you've got in there through the peacekeeping damage. But our general rule of thumb is 150k troops for level 4s, and you need at least 200k troops for the level 5s, but you might need a little bit more, obviously, depending on your power. So that is it. That is going to be the final tip of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. It's got a bit of everything in this guide, you know, what you're going to need as a new player, some cool tips to grow yourself, what you should be focusing on with like the scouting and that, as well as the ending goal and ending tip, right? So I hope you enjoyed it. Smash like, comment and subscribe what you think to the channel. And with that, that is me, MrSneakyy, out with another video. So stay safe, stay sneaky, and peace out, guys.